Hello, my name is Shani Hassan, and I want to talk about my media bias assignment. I felt like that it was very interesting and it was very intriguing, and it got me to think about the different ways that media bias really affects our view on how things are happening in our government and in our nation. The really big ones being slant and omission. I feel like slant is kind of the one that people generally think about when they think about media bias, only showing one perspective, which is why like media outlets like CNN or Fox News, it's very clear that they push a certain agenda for a certain political party, and people usually either affiliate with that media because they affiliate with the party, or they stay clear of it because they don't like that party that they're usually trying to represent. And yeah, both of them. And then omission, obviously leaving out details or like key parts of a story for the reader or for the media consumer to understand what's fully happening here, leaving out parts to make it sound and not going into nuances and not describing the full length of the story to push a certain agenda. Those ones they have huge effects on our lives, and it was really evident when I went through this trying to discuss the government shutdown. It just felt like people kept putting blame on this party, especially with the first article that I put in. It was literally like, it is the Democrats' fault, and this will have like catastrophic effects on our economy, which is something that you would assume a Republican to say. But rhetorics that Republicans have also been saying throughout this government shutdown is that it will not have that much of effect on our economy and it's not a big deal. So I found it very interesting how those two were kind of like, you would expect it to be from the same party, but they were also contradicting themselves in what they were saying, and I found that very interesting. Something that I really found interesting that I touched on in the third body paragraph is that only 28% of Americans felt like certainty in the media and what the media was telling them, in a study done from September 2nd to the 16th of this year. And it's something that's obviously very concerning, because if Americans don't trust the media that they're getting through the news, then where are they getting their information and where are they getting their news from? This, I feel like, kind of leads into how people are falling for AI more, how people are really prone to misinformation, especially older generations. It's very easy to make some type of AI video, to write some type of text that reads as professional but has high bias or has information that is simply not true, to try to push a certain agenda, which is very scary, and it can lead, people just not having media literacy is very scary in this day and age. And so it made me think about, what if we had a mainstream form of media that we knew was unbiased? But even that idea in itself is scary, because if that becomes corrupt, then we could have mass amounts of people believing something that is not true. But yeah, I think that's something that I really got into, because it's just like, even with older family members, myself, they'll show me a video stating different claims about our government, about our nation, about different governments and nations, and it's just like, well, from what I've known, from the media that I've consumed, from the things that I've read, the articles that I've seen, that isn't true, or it's being spun to sound like something else, which is something that's just very scary with media. Like, it really can change the way that people think about a situation entirely. But overall, with this assignment, I just learned that the power of media bias. I learned that, it's sad that we don't have a higher percentage of people trusting our media, but it is for good reason, and you shouldn't trust everything that you read and everything that you see off of the news, because you don't know the ins and outs of that media corporation and what they're trying to what their agenda is and what they're trying to push forward. But I really found this assignment very interesting, and I started going to other like deeper rabbit holes that had nothing to do with it. And yes, thank you.